Great move, Thomas Chabot scores!
He bursts over the Panther line, White to the net, shoots, and he scores!
Here's Tkachuk, right in, scores! Balzer's a handoff to Balzer's going to the net, scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brendan, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com. Download the app in the App Store or use our promo code SensTalk, and you will save $20 off your first purchase. The links are in the description below. Now, tonight's game is between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Ottawa Senators, and this game was really, really gritty, and I'm not talking about the mascot. This game, insanely gritty, lots of hits, lots of fights. Before we get into that, let's talk about Nikita Zaitsev. So, allegedly, Nikita Zaitsev kidnapped his children from his wife in Russia, but the Sens are saying that's not true. He kidnapped his kids and then brought them back to Ottawa or Canada, but that's not true. That's what the Sens are not saying. They're saying Zaitsev's kids are with Zaitsev's parents in Russia, and they're safe. There's some talk about how Nikita Zaitsev's ex-wife had involvement with some shady businessmen in Russia, and there was abuse or something. So Nikita Zaitsev supposedly took his kids out of that household to keep them safe from potential harm. So there's not enough information yet. So before you saying, oh, Nikita Zaitsev is a horrible person, you need to get the full picture. You're innocent until proven guilty. And honestly, if the Senators and the NHL are both agreeing and saying that the kids are safe, which is the most important thing, that's important. But as well, like I just said, don't jump to conclusions. Let's wait for the whole story to come out. I'm hoping nothing the best for Zaitsev if he is on the right side of this, because it's a horrible situation to be in, and I assume as a father, you want to make sure obviously you want your kids to be as safe as possible, but hopefully that gets resolved in a civil way, because that is a scary situation, and hopefully he did not kidnap his children, because that would be absolutely terrible, but we have to wait for more news to come in. Now for tonight's game, Ottawa started now. They put in Nick Paul, Davidson, and Goluboff. They're all back in. Lajoie and JC Boudin are out for the game. Let's get to the starting goaltenders. For the Philadelphia Flyers is Mr. Carter Hart. He has been fantastic. He was really good tonight. And for the Senators, it was Craig Anderson trying to win back-to-back games. We go to the first period now. 2 minutes in, Konecny bats a puck out of there. The former Ottawa 67 makes it 1-0 Flyers. Frost and Claude, the Ottawa native or Ottawa region native, and the Flyers. 2 minutes in, 1-0. Anderson had no chance. But Ottawa responds 3 minutes later. Jean-Gabriel Pageau having his best career in the season in the National Hockey League. A backhand pass finds Brady all alone for a Hart. Ottawa ties it at 1 apiece. Brady's 10th of the year. Connor Brown with a secondary assist. 2.5 minutes later, though, Shane Gostisbehere gets his 4th of the year from the point. Absolutely lets it rip. Anderson, no chance there as well. And Pitlick and James Van Riemsdyk get the assist on this goal. We go to the second period now. And after Ottawa and Philadelphia gone through some hits and some fights, as Borowiecki had a clean, I know if you're a Flyers fan watching this, he had a clean hit a couple seconds after the puck went away from Konecny. He was tracking the puck, and it was a clean hit. Borowiecki leveled him, a clean, old-fashioned hit. And if you're a Flyers fan watching this, I guarantee you're disagreeing with me. And this is not biased. You can listen or ask any of the NHL non-biased analysts or just regular fan. The hit was clean. Obviously, I hope Gostisbehere is okay. Not Gostisbehere, Travis Konecny's okay. But it was a clean hit, and there's no suspension. It was a suicide pass by the Flyers. And once again, I love Konecny. I watched him play in Ottawa as a 67 in junior. And I hope he's okay, but it was a clean hit. Nothing more to it. The Senators and Flyers went to 2004 brawls. Some big plays, some big hits, some big fights. Nick Paul absolutely gave a huge uppercut to Jacob Voracek. And the Senators take that momentum. And with 7.5 minutes to go, Duclair steals it and scores! He steals it from Carter Hart, wraps it around, makes it a 2-2 game for his 12th of the year, shorthanded, won a goal, 2-2 game. By the way, before we get to the third period, Craig Anderson tweaked an injury after the Flyers made a 3-1. Goal was ruled off for offside. But he tweaked an injury after, I think, Connor Brown bumped into him, and he did not return to tonight's game. No update on him yet. To the third period to go, 3.5 minutes in. A terrible play by Nikita Zaitsev. Zaitsev's right here, Provorov's here, and for some reason, instead of Zaitsev just coming up and blocking the lane, he lets Provorov skate right by him. Zaitsev's now behind the play, and Provorov rips it glove side past Anders, and also no chance for him. So Provorov gets his 7th of the year from Farabee and Scott Laughton. We'll get to in a second. The Flyers take the lead 3-2, but Ottawa gets a couple power plays tonight. The power play got 3 chances. They got 10 shots. Carter Hart made the difference, but the Sanders continue with some momentum from the power play they got, and they got a beautiful goal. After the Sanders cleared into the zone, DeMello just shoots it in. Tom Chabot gets it on the right boards. He's pushing. He's drawing a couple defenders with him towards the net, and he leaves Anthony Duclair all alone. Boom! His 2nd of the night, 13th of the year. Chabot, DeMello with the assist. Ottawa, 3-3. Like I said, DeMello skating after getting a pass from DeMello. Chabot now skating towards the boards, off the boards towards the net, drawing a couple defenders to him, which allows Chabot to create a lane for Duclair to skate and create a lane for Chabot to get the pass in. And Hart was all alone 1-on-1 versus Duclair, and on a one-timer, no chance for him. But 11 seconds later, Ron Hainsey continues a terrible night for that pairing. Hainsey and Zaitsev were absolutely butchered tonight. Hainsey a -3 now as Scott Laughton gets a rebound on a 2-on-1 from Kevin Hayes. The Flyers 11 seconds later take the lead. It's 4-3. Scott Laughton, his 4th of the year from Hayes and James Van Riemsdyk. And on this goal, for some reason, Ron Hainsey thought it would be a good idea. Here's the red line, center ice, and Hainsey is like, I'm just going to go right here. And then the Flyers took advantage of that, went on the 2-on-1. That's history. The Sens loses 4-3. A terrible, terrible ending, but a great game nonetheless. A hell of an effort by Ottawa, and a really entertaining afternoon game on Saturday in December. Speaking of Scott Laughton, he chirped Brady Tkachuk after he scored that game-winning goal in the last few minutes. And Brady Tkachuk with 26 seconds left checked the clock to see how much time was left, and then cross-checked him. And Laughton turtled. Got really scared because Brady Tkachuk beat his ass and was pummeled with punches by Brady Tkachuk. Got a double minor, but I like that from Brady Tkachuk because in a lost year where Ottawa was not going to make the playoffs and we're fighting for a top pick, you need to set an example and you need to set the tone to let the league know you're not going to mess around this team. We're going to defend ourselves no matter what. Don't mess with us. I like what Brady Tkachuk did there. But if we were in a playoff competition with the Flyers trying to make that playoff spot, no, because we were down by 1 with 26 seconds left with an empty net. However, in a lost year, that doesn't matter. I like Brady Tkachuk setting the tone that you don't mess around with this Ottawa Sanders team. We will defend ourselves. I like that quite a bit. Shots tonight, Ottawa. Firstly, allowed the Flyers to only 39 shot attempts tonight. That's the lowest the Sens have allowed all year. So a great defensive effort by Ottawa, but losing, unfortunately. 21 shots for the Flyers, 30 for the Sounders. Outshot the Flyers in all 3 periods, 9, 11, and 10 respectively for the 3 periods. Faceoffs, Ottawa lost the battle. Well, the Flyers have a good center core of Giroux, Couturier, and Konechny before he was injured. They went 28-24. Both power plays went 0-3, but like I just said, Ottawa's power play went 0-3, but got 10 shots. Carter Hart was the difference. Hits were 22-19 in favor of the Flyers, but that period and that game had a lot of punches, maybe more than hits. The third star of the game, Ivan Provorov, got things going in that third period with the goal tonight. Second star, Anthony Duclair with 2 goals, and the first star, Scott Laughton with a goal and assist, the game-winning goal as well. Now let's get to the Sens Stock Star of the Night voted by you, the fans. So the Sens Stock Star of the Night voted by you, the fans, brought to you by SeatGeek.com. Download the app in the App Store or use the promo code SensTalk and you will save $20 off your first purchase. It's as follows with 0% of the vote. 4th place, Connor Brown. I thought Connor Brown had a good defensive game, clogged up the lanes. It was either him or DeMello. DeMello had a really good shift in that third period against Couturier, really locking down one of the top players in the league. And it was great play by DeMello there, but Brown also had some offensive abilities, got an assist tonight. But as well, Brown on the penalty kill looked good. He doesn't make the flashy plays, but he makes the effective play. Third star of the game, 5% of the vote, Thomas Chabot. Just in that third period alone, Thomas Chabot took over the game and dominated that blue line. And just clear example, like I said, drawing the 2 defenders with him to keep Duclair alone to make it a 3-3 game. Duclair is a very dangerous player when you allow him, when you cheat and he allows you to distract you from the other players. Chabot's a great player at driving to the net and creating lanes. So that was a good play by him. Third star. Second star, 43% of the vote, Brady Tkachuk. He missed another huge opportunity. Had a great chance, got a power play off of it though. Missed it just high on a 1-on-1 versus Hart. But Brady Tkachuk Hell of an effort, all over the ice. This is the type of game Brady Tkachuk was drafted for. Very gritty. I like that play at the end where he said, Scott Laughton, don't mess with my team. Ottawa, very thankful for having Brady Tkachuk. The first star of the game, without a doubt, the Duke, Anthony Duclair, 53% of the vote for the majority. He is your Sense Talk star of the night. 2 goals tonight. Duclair up to 13 goals. This is like game 29. 13 goals. That is remarkable. Sign the man, Pierre Dorion. He has been absolutely fantastic. Besides that, the next Sens game is against the Boston Bruins on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I probably or hopefully will be at the game. So if you're at the game, I'll tweet me where you're at and maybe we'll meet up. Besides that, Ottawa loses 4-3, and I'll see you Monday when the Sens take on the Boston Bruins. So thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_. For live updates of the games and records breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at SensTalk, add us to our circles on Google Plus SensTalk, click the big red button down there, and subscribe to us. Like this video, share it through every cool stuff. Please check out our website, SensTalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. And of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app in the App Store and use the promo code SensTalk to save $20 off your first purchase. Ottawa 3, Philadelphia 4. I'll see you Monday. Go Sens, go.